All right, guys. It is what day is it? It's Thursday morning. We are in Chicago, and we are headed to Buffalo. I'm gonna do this outside. Screw this.
No, I heard we heard ripping last night because we didn't know what technical was.
Yes. It's 6 a.m. We're in Chicago. We're making the 8-hour push to Buffalo. We're hoping we can get around Chicago before the traffic gets crazy. So this is the fourth night I'm trying to upload episode 6. And a friend in Billings recommended this program to basically compress your video but shouldn't lose any quality, and it helps upload faster. So I finally tried that last night. It worked, and it's moving fast. So we are on a hotspot on my phone trying to keep this thing rolling so we can finally get episode 6 up to you guys. We are getting close to the Northeast. There are Dunkin' Donuts in our midst. How do you feel about that, Mike?
Doesn't bother me.
Mike doesn't drink coffee, but Corey and I do, and we are gonna make Mike order this for us. Yeah, you want it a little more if you have to. What is up? We are getting close to home.
Can we get a receipt as well? Thank you.
Dankeschön. We are in Indiana. It's about 10 a.m. We are en route to Buffalo, New York. We're starting to get into more trees, which is awesome because we've been hammering through the Midwest. Nebraska and Iowa. South Dakota was super boring. I've been through there before, and it never gets better. But we're in Indiana now, North Indiana, heading into Ohio next. And yeah, it's looking a little bit more green, so it's getting better. But we're hammering, should be in Buffalo by 4:30 or 5. And yeah, the car's still doing great, so fingers crossed. We've got 2 more stretches to go until we're back home on the northeast. What's up, man?
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
I didn't know you guys were gonna have a blocked off spot.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to see you. Man, we have
VIP treatment, dude.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We have made it to Buffalo, New York. No issues. I can't believe we're in New York. We're so close to home. We're only about 8 hours from home at this point, and I am elated. So we're here with my friend Max. He's here in this red 964 Porsche behind me. He knows the owner of this place, and they were able to get this whole section of the parking lot roped off. It's called Charlie's Boatyard, and we're right on the lake. It's a Friday night. The weather's beautiful, so this place is packed. So I'm really, really excited that they have a whole section of this parking lot roped off for us. There's a lot of people expected to be here. We have friends from Toronto coming down, from all sorts of places of upstate New York. So this should be pretty awesome. We're hungry. We're gonna get some food. It's been a long day coming from Chicago, but the car performed beautifully, and yeah, super excited to be here. So we'll show you guys everything that shows up later tonight.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, sick.
What's up, man? How's it going? Rich, I'm John. Nice to meet you, man. Just gonna start filling from the back forward, so you can take one of the end caps. Yeah, that's what we did with this. Hi, buddy. Hey. John. Nice to meet you, man.
2005, but let's take a picture.
Hi.
Yeah, I put mine out there.
Mine didn't take out a garage. Right on Lafayette for 250K.
Here, it's yours now. You want to take this home?
The meet was awesome. It got dark pretty fast. Sunset was perfect. I'd say probably 40 cars, between 40 and 50 cars, way more people than that. Great meet. We ate. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of the time on the patio eating food, it felt like, but we had some friends come down from Toronto, some friends from a few hours away. It was great. Perfect night for it. Like I said, sunset over the lake was great. This place is right at a marina, right on the lake. And so we're staying with my buddy Steve and Lydia tonight here in Buffalo, and then it's an 8-hour stretch to Boston. As you can probably imagine, everywhere we've been with this car on this cross-country drive, here in America, the car is a conversation piece, because either people have no idea what it is, or they see that it says Toyota and they've never seen a Toyota that looks like this before, or they know what a Century is and they're freaking out because they've never seen one before. And I don't know, it's like every other car I own, I guess, like the BMW E700 and weird cars that no one's ever seen before. It's kind of, yeah, I guess it takes up a lot of time. When you gotta be somewhere, it's like, yeah, we just had like, look, a yellow Aztec. We've seen like 5 yellow Aztecs on this trip, and it's awesome. So ADD moment over. What are we talking about? Yeah, so we just had a few people walking around this, asking questions, and this one European guy was freaking out because he knew all about the Centuries, but I'd never seen one before. We're just outside Syracuse, New York. We're a couple hours in on the drive home, on the drive to Boston, and we are having the Boston meet tonight at Easy Pie in Revere. So we are probably 5 hours out now, something like that. Not too bad. Nice weather. Got some coffee. This is the second coffee for me in the morning. Fire alarms are going off inside this rest stop, but nobody seems to care. We walked in and kind of surveyed the situation. There's no smoke or fire present, so we just went to the bathroom. People were still serving coffees at Starbucks. Fire alarms are going off like crazy, and madhouse in there. But still no sign of any fire department, so if this place was ablaze right now, it'd be a total loss. People would be dead and the building would just be on the ground.
We got our coffee.
We got our coffee, so
That's all that matters.
So, prost.
Where are we, boys?
Guess where we are. More importantly, well, I don't know. I was gonna say more importantly, we're like almost home, but probably more importantly, we're in an area where there's more Dunkin' Donuts than there are people. This has been a trip of Starbucks, and listen, Starbucks, I mean, if you want to, you know, hook some people up, we'll be happy to, but Dunkin's has our spot in our heart. See if the train is getting here, get up this hill. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's home. Might as well stab it right in front of them. Oh, no, it's fine. I'll move for a car and you can put it right in front of the garage and wash it. Okay.
We just made it to Mike's house north of Boston, and he's home. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're basically home. I live about an hour and a half north in New Hampshire. Corey's car is there. Yeah, we're sitting in Mike's driveway in the Century. That's so crazy to me. Not a single issue, barely any oil consumption. Yeah, so we're gonna put on the homecoming meet tonight in Boston at the Easy Pie, eat some amazing food, and then make an early morning jaunt home. And yeah, and then it's hardcore prep for Ocean City, Maryland for the unofficial H2O, which is like, we leave for that in like 4 days. So we are here. We are in Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be home tomorrow. We'll do a closing bit tomorrow, but boy, oh boy, does it feel good to be here in Massachusetts, even though the traffic is awful. But we're here. She made it. Just got the painter's tape off the nose of the car. Gonna clean up some of the glue residue from the tape. That didn't kind of come off, but gonna give it a good wash, clean it up a little bit, and hang out, finish one of the vlogs, and just relax for a little bit before we head into Boston for our homecoming meet at Easy Pie. So super excited to see all the guys there, everyone else who's coming out. Excited to get this car cleaned up, and even more so excited that it's here in my friend Mike's driveway in Boston and only an hour and a half from my house. So we got some work to do. We got some relaxing to do. We will see you guys tonight. She cleans up pretty well. We're here at Easy Pie in Revere, Massachusetts. We've eaten dinner. We got some Bundaberg in hand. It's not my favorite root beer, but it's a root beer nonetheless. Century is here in Boston, Revere technically. Still can't believe we're here. I mean, the last week in that car has been pretty incredible. We've traversed a lot of miles, most of the states. So we're here, we got a little impromptu meet going on. This wasn't planned on the trip schedule, but Spiros here at Easy Pie was like, you guys should come and hang out. So we put the word out last second. We got a whole bunch of people here. We'll bring you guys around and show you who came out. We got a lot of really cool local lowrider guys here too. So it's really cool to see those guys out. It's so weird using these mirrors to back up. Yep.
But I smoothed them. They were rigid like a chip.
Oh, that's
so
right. The Scirocco taillights were like that.
Yeah, I got like 8 hours.
Oh, that's cool, man. I never even would have noticed that.
Yeah. It just looks updated, I guess.
Yeah, it almost looks like a facelift taillight. You notice that? He sanded all the louvers out of the tail.
go.
It is 6 a.m. Corey and I are leaving Mike's house in Boston, headed back to my house in New Hampshire, where we will be actually finishing up this trip, because that's our final destination. So, we're still half asleep, and we're heading up to my house. We're gonna grab some coffee. Corey's got some stuff he's got to do. And then it's hammer time for Ocean City, Maryland prep. So we will talk about that later. But we are heading home, and we will be concluding this trip when we get there. We are in New Hampshire. The Century is officially home. We are in my hometown of Meredith, New Hampshire. I can't believe we are driving this car through my hometown right now. Just under a week ago, 5 days ago, Monday. It's Saturday morning now. Monday morning, we hit the road from Seattle, Washington in a Japanese imported Toyota Century that we didn't know much about. We did tires, fluid checks, and that's it. Just hit the road. And this thing performed flawlessly. Not a single issue on the road. Just so crazy. It's had a small exhaust leak from the exhaust manifold to the downpipe, and that honestly hasn't gotten any worse, which is crazy. I figured by now, 3,000 miles, that thing would have been blown out and sounding like a tractor. But we are literally 2 miles from my house right now, so I am so excited to pull this thing into my driveway. Guys, we are home. Oh my goodness. Yes. It is officially over. My dad's gonna be mind blown to see this thing.
Does he not know what? He knows what it is.
He knows what it is. I've shown him
Yeah.
photos,
Oh, okay.
but he hasn't seen the thing yet. He doesn't know we're here. He knew I was coming back at some point today.
Yeah.
I wish I had a horn.
All the things.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're back.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Comfortable car seat
Yeah.
I've ever sat in for the.
For like the 30 seconds you're in it,
Yeah.
you can put your feet down if you want.
Yeah, look at the leg room.
Hold this out, put your feet through. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's wild. It's got so many crazy Easter eggs, like the climate control center back here
Yeah.
is remote control.
Wow.
all in Japanese. You can control the aircon from back here. The TV VCR has the original remote, all in Japanese.
Yeah, I saw your shot of that. Yeah,
so crazy. We're driving the car.
at least they got symbols on it, so you
Yeah.
know what's up.
We're driving the car, and I'm back here, and I realized that this popped out, and I'm like, guys, I found another one, like another remote, because I didn't know this popped open. All right, guys, we are home. It's been a couple days since we've gotten back because it was right into preparation for Ocean City, Maryland. So we got back Saturday. It's Tuesday now. It's taken us a few days to get this done, but the Century is home. What an incredible trip. The BMW 7 Series on the way to California and the Century all the way back across America home. Both performed flawlessly. Literally flawlessly.
Yeah, perfect.
We barely had any oil consumption in either car. We put at least 3,200 miles down in each car, probably more because of the zigzagging we did for the shows. Thank you so much to everybody that came out, hung out with us on the road. Fredericksburg, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Phoenix, Arizona, Los Angeles, Huntington Beach, Santa Ana, Seattle, Washington, Billings, Montana, Omaha, Nebraska, Chicago, Illinois, Buffalo, New York, Boston, Massachusetts when we got back.
I can't
Thanks.
believe you remembered all that.
Oh my goodness. We're over here now because the sun got really bright. But yeah, I can't believe I remembered all that too. It was so taxing and so tough that I think that's why I remembered all the stops. But huge thanks to Corey for coming along. He did every single mile with me on this trip. Keiron Burnt came out from LA and did the trip out, obviously in the BMW. Mike Cashman for coming out and meeting us in Seattle and doing the trip back. Everybody who opened their doors to us, their shops, their homes, their living room floors, their studio apartment floors, everybody who came through and helped us out on this trip. What an incredible drive. It seemed like more work than leisure for sure, but this is kind of what we like doing. So it was a super fun trip, and it was a proper way to kind of send the 7 Series off for me. I've had that car for about 4 years, probably one of my favorite cars I've had or put together. And yeah, it's kind of a somber atmosphere letting the car go, but what an amazing trip to have as like a send-off or one last ride. So thank you guys so much for watching all the videos. We are a few hours of preparation left to go on Ocean City, Maryland. We leave later tonight, early tomorrow morning technically. So we are rolling right into the next series of videos. I think we'll have one preparation video before Ocean City, and then probably one total video for Ocean City, depending on how crazy it gets. We might divvy it up into a few different ones. So anything to add about the trip?
No.
Man of many words over here. We will see you guys soon. I think the next video will be prepping for Ocean City, even though we're prepped and ready to go now, basically. So thank you guys for checking out the videos, and we will see you soon.